comments. There we go, go. Hey. Good evening everyone and welcome to TTG F2 round 2 here in Canada. Of course it is the circuit that Gilles Villeneuve, famous of course. The Wall of Champions are going to be, are they going to be claiming any victims tonight? This chicane, infamous chicane at the track. I'm James Head 14. I'll be leading you once again through the action. Joining me in the commentary box as always for TTG F2 is Alan K.
Good evening, James. Looking forward to some good racing here again this evening.
I'm looking forward to it as well. Familiar drivers from last week, of course. If you weren't with us last week, then I'll give you a rundown of the field. I will also give you a rundown of the result from last week as well. If we get the championship standings up, that'd be great. So Mays, Dave M, Plaster, George, Fate and Sean all return from last week. We've got LR Verstappen, formerly known as Cooper, or Coops, I think he was called in SSR, now joining Livid Racing, so good to have him in the championship for the first time. Sneaky, Kieran, Jeffrey and Lyronics. Now I've been told and I have received a message that Tom Tedjoir is expecting a child, so we're not sure if he's going to be tuning in tonight, but if not, congratulations in advance, because I'm sure becoming a father is one of the worst things that could possibly happen to anyone. It really is.
I've been through it all. Mine's 12, so you have it all ahead of you, Tom. That's all.
Yours is 12. Jesus,
yeah.
goodness me.
Add to that as well. We had been expecting a battle of the commentators through this little mini series with Tom and Kieran. Unfortunately, although Tom missed last week, and as you say, his girlfriend may be giving birth this evening, so. He's going to miss tonight. He will also miss the next 2 rounds because of an issue with his PlayStation as well. So
yeah,
it will be probably the 2019 game before we see Tom back on TTV or in action.
Which is the same because he, it's a real shame.
Plenty of time to spend with the new baby, so.
Plenty of time. Giving him paternity leave, I think it is. Giving him paternity leave. But his problem with his PS4, just to clarify, I think it was his disc reader that wasn't reading the discs.
Yeah, it's the same problem as I have with my PS4. Unfortunately, I have to buy all my games as digital downloads because the disc reader wasn't working. So I think Tom is having the same issue.
Which is a real shame. Let me just have a check on the comments. Good evening to Maze, Lyronics and Jeffrey. And Popper, who is obviously a massive fan of Mr. Sneaky as he proved last week. He'll be supporting the Portuguese drivers once again. Yeah, very good support being shown. Fantastic. And saying good luck, guys, as well.
Support for these Portuguese guys. Naz, don't see there at the moment.
Just going to get the stream link out onto my onto the GHR Discord so I can get more viewers in. There we go. That's sorted. It is just past 8 o'clock, so I think we can begin, unless we are expecting anyone else.
Just waiting for Maze to ready up as the coordinator, I think. Maybe waiting for Lloyd.
Yeah, Maze is ready up there.
Has he? Let's give it.
Yep, so we are good to go. What were we saying, sorry?
No, I just thought we might have been waiting for Lloyd there for a second, but...
Yeah, he's not attending this week. I'm not sure why that is. Hopefully he might join in the due course. And I will give a bit of a notice out. I do apologise if I go croaky during this commentary. My voice is becoming ever more strained by doing commentaries. I'm not using it as an excuse at all, but it's just not 100%. So hopefully you can appreciate that I'm giving up my free time to continue commentating for you guys here tonight.
Well, coming down to the end of the game, it's been a long game, a long number of seasons on the game, so I'm sure you're looking forward to the sort of this 3 to 4 week wind down period we have where...
Oh, trust me, it's not a wind down period for me, no way. No way.
Oh, you still have GHR going on.
GHR, exactly.
It's a wind down period for
us. Is that Lighty that's just joined, by the way? Can't see him on my screen.
Yeah, it's Lighty just joined just in time.
Fantastic.
Obviously the countdown timer must have been stopped by Maze or one of the guys, so Lloydie is in now though, so that's up to 12 drivers on the countdown timer starts again, so Here we go.
Yep, we should get going now for the Canadian Grand Prix. Of course, 18-minute qualifying and a 50% race. If you didn't tune in to last week's race, I will give you the standings from last week's race as soon as I find them. That is, because I haven't saved the photo, so it might take me a little while to find it. So I'm going to try and speak over the top while I do this.
Few comments in the chat there, Lyronic saying hoping you feel better soon to yourself.
Thank you, Lyronics. There we go. Got it.
Harry Cooper saying, "Sup boys, hoping for a good race." So Harry Cooper is
Verstappen.
James was talking about. LR Verstappen is the gaming tag you'll be looking for Harry on screen. Yeah,
Livid Racing. I've got to be honest. I've just got to come in on this point. They are signing some really good drivers. I mean, I commentate on a few in GHR. I've got a few under my wing in the league that I run. Really good quality lads going places. Pretty much every single one of them, I would say. And I'm not being biased towards TTG at all, because TTG is the home of the best possible esports team.
We try to compete.
Well, our Academy won Mini League too, so we are definitely going places.
We are an up and coming, and just a point on that point as well. Everyone will notice, anyone who follows the
Rain
Twitter account will notice rain for qualifying. But anyone who follows the team Twitter account will notice a tweet sent out in the last couple of days that TTG actually turns 1 this month. So we're a year old this month, TTG.
I feel, and how long have I been a part of TTG? Goodness knows how long. Feels like years.
It's been a few months anyway.
Yeah, it's definitely been a few months. Anyway. But anyways, we have got action about to boil on track. Last week's results, Lyronics on top of the championship standings on 25 points, followed by Bishy on 18 points. Bishy not here tonight. I don't think he is. He's not.
I seen a comment on the chat saying he was unable to make it, so.
All right. Sean 3rd on 15, Mays in 4th on 12. We are getting one of our new drivers, by the way, out on track. Livid Verstappen is coming out on track. He's not first out because Sean's first out. X-Fate is in 5th on 10, Lighty on 8, Kieran on 6, and Plaster on 4 points. And the constructors, I haven't got the constructor standings. At all.
I don't know, have I got them? Oh, give me 2 seconds, I'll pull up.
They're not up on Twitter, I don't think.
They may be in the PlayStation chat for the constructors. I'm not too sure if there is actual constructor standings as it's a mini-series. So
yeah.
May just be the drivers.
If it's just the drivers, that is absolutely fine. And that is the current championship standings as it stands coming into tonight. So we are going to get the Irishman, Sean, on a lap. TTG Sean, of course.
Sean is...
Is he English?
Not Irish. I wouldn't be calling him Irish. He's from Chester, mate.
Oh my god! I think I've said this before. You know, I really have. I've said this before. Keep on getting mixed up. It's just the spelling of his name seems Irish to me, but then again,
it is the Irish way of spelling Sean, which is the Irish name for John.
Oh right.
And May's saying in the chat there is no constructors. So
no constructors, so just drivers then. So Sean then on a lap, about to go through turns 3 and 4, which is the left and right, going towards the end of the first sector. Yellow flag sector 3, don't worry about that, it's everyone just preparing for their laps.
Probably just someone keeping out of the way of another driver.
Yeah, they're just backing off and going for their laps, I think. Sean through the first sector. I couldn't pick up on what his first sector was there, but he is coming down the straight now into the right and left. Plenty of chicanes on this track. The rain pouring down onto the visor of Sean coming through the right and left. Now approaching the hairpin, which I think is the trickiest corner on the track bar the Wall of Champions, because if you get a bit of oversteer around here, it could send the car spinning, especially if you get caught on this outside curb. Hopefully Sean doesn't do this. Beautiful line through that, nice and deep line. And gets caught and runs down the straight nicely. Approaching the final corner, and Sean the straight can reach up to 200 mile an hour up here, and he is going to reach that running down into the braking zone. Brakes at the 100 metre board, just after the 100 metre board in fact. In these conditions I wouldn't be doing that, to be honest, but Sean,
very sideways,
yeah, very sideways at the final corner, comes across the line. 18.9 is his first lap. Verstappen is on a lap just in behind as well in the Red Bull. Let's see what he can do. Oh, he's looking quicker, I think, here, Verstappen. Better come across the line. Verstappen.
Just giving us a weather update in the chat there as well. It's going to be a dry race, so this is going to be an interesting qualifying in the wet, in its day as well, for the whole qualifying, because drivers can qualify out of position.
Well, there's our championship leader setting the standard already. Lyronic 17.8. I was just coming on to Dave, who's gone about 200 slower than Sean there. Verstappen in fourth with a 19.3 at this stage. Let's just have a look. Let's see if anybody else is on the lap. Mr. Sneaky coming across the line. Goes 6th. 20.7.
Right out on lap as well. At the moment, he's just coming through sector 1, and I'm not sure whether he's barreled out or not, but he is a good 2/10 off Lyronics.
I think he's invalidated, you know. His ERS is shown on 0, so...
Yeah, possibly.
Getting out of the way there, Mr. Sneaky on the right-hand side, or was that Plaster? One of the two. I think it was Plaster getting out of the way there.
Here on coming out of final chicane, is this to set a lap time, or...
Yeah, this is to start a lap, I think.
Start a lap, I think so.
Yes, it is.
Take a lap on board with Mr. Kieran then. See how he gets on. So third gear through from turn 1 down to second from turn 2. He wants to short shift up the gears and get on the power and run towards turn 3-4 chicane. The back end of the car getting very tail happy on him there in the wet conditions as he comes through the 3-4 chicane. Nice, he's taking a little bit of curve, getting as wide as he can on the exit, getting back on the power on the run through 2-5 and 6 as he comes into the turn 5. Again, short shifting up through the turn of turn 6. As you're turning turn 6, you want to be short shifting up to get the drive out and run towards the turn 7 and 8 chicanes. So a lot of chicanes here. As you come down, using the bridge as a marker board down to third gear in the wet and fourth in the drive on the power line, short shifting on your run towards the hairpin. And you want to straighten the car up and get a good look at the 100-metre board as a braking point. Straight line braking, trail braking down to second. If you need to, first and appear and reach the second. Gets his good cover and good run out of it. Oh! Got a run out of the corner. He got a bit tail happy on that sort of little kink on it.
Just applied too much power, I think, there.
Yeah, collected the car nicely though. Will affect his lap time, but I'm sure Kieran will go in. It was a nice lap as well by Kieran as he comes around. Yeah, to starting the laps on that. He was on a fairly decent lap though there, Kieran, I have to say, on that run. So
comes across the line 22.2, so goes 1.5 seconds off Sneaky there.
Yeah, I think, judging by his run he was on, I would say he would have been around the same places or sort of Elo Verstappen there on that run if he hadn't sort of semi-lost the car coming out of the hairpin.
Yeah, I just want to update, I think, because Lyronics has improved and Sean's improved. 17.7 and a 7, and then an 18.4 for Sean. So they're going first and second, 5 tenths ahead of the rest.
Times constantly improved throughout the whole session. Obviously the dry line up here, and it becomes more of a dry line the more cars running on it, a bit more rubber.
Passed around the final corner on the run up to the line. Going to be a 21. It's going to settle him just ahead of Kieran. 21.4. It's about 8 tenths gap?
Yeah, it's about 8 tenths gap to Jeffrey ahead of him. Again, you'll see all these guys improve on second runs with 10 minutes left, so you'll see a lot of them now maybe heading back towards pit lane now for a new set of inters. I reckon we'll pull on again, as May's the same yet, and rank 2 for the rest of the qualifying session. So expect to see all inter runs and then afterwards for our second round of runs. The wet tyre is kind of interesting as well in qualifying, James, that usually in a dry qualifying we'd see maybe drivers running all 3 different compounds of tyre, and you could see 3 different runs from one driver and 1 on each compound, where you'd probably only see 2 runs with the wet tyre, the inter tyre, because they can go a bit longer on them. There's no the tyre wear, the grip lasts a bit better on them, and then you have no DRS as well. So on being on the brakes, you can charge your ERS more 3 or fast lap as well, so you can put consecutive fast laps in on the inters compared to the dry tyre. So you'll see maybe 2 runs instead of 3 from each driver in this session.
I unfortunately can't say. Do you know how Meza said it's going to continue running for the end of until the end of the session?
Yeah.
It stopped running. It stopped running that on track.
It looks like that, alright. It's a pit lane and certainly little spits from each there, but around the rest of the track seems to be dry, and now
it's
9 minutes.
It's exactly the same as qualifying round trying to think, it was Mexico and one of our GHR races, exactly the same, looking like the weather. It improves about halfway through the session, and then about 5-6 minutes from the end, DRS is then enabled. So just watch out for that.
Yes, actually. I think, as you can see, there's one or two there sitting amazing on the medium tyre fight. Benfica on the ultra soft tyre, sitting in pit lane ready to go for. They obviously feel that there will be a slick run to be had towards the end of this session.
Yep, Dave's on a lap actually. I think running down.
Just looking faster there, he's going very slowly back towards pit lane, so.
He's improving here, Dave. Oh, rubs against the wall. Could go second here actually. Dave across the line, 18-2.
Sean, you must have made a mistake there because there's a 126 lap unless he's coming onto a lap now with Sean. So we'll check in with him in a minute and see how he gets on. As you say, Dave puts himself up in the second there. Again, if there's a dry tyre run to be had, these times will all change again towards the end of the session. So.
Yeah, Andy saying, evening lads, stuck at work but having a good one, best of luck to all drivers. Mr. Meyer from GHR has joined me. Could Lyronix's Paul be in contention? I don't know what he means by that. I think he's on about, is it under pressure from somebody else? I think Dave and Sean could give him a right going for pole position here, to be honest. And we've got...
Said, the track dries out as well, possibly... That time you'll not stand on a dry track, you'll be looking down to more than one sort of 1-on-1.
We've got Marco as well in the comment section saying, do you have an Instagram site? We don't. So
not Marco. Our sites are, as Andy has commented there, the TTG Gaming Esports is the overall Twitter account of the esports team, and then each individual league has their own Twitter account as well. So. You can find all them from the TTG account.
Sean improving here? Oh, he does. He goes ahead of Dave actually by about 1400. So Sean up to second with that lap. And only Mr. Sneaky on a lap. If he can even call a lap.
No, he's not. I'm sure are back in the pits. As you can see, a lot more putting on the slick tyre and getting ready just right for that right time to go.
Spray still being kicked up. I'm on board with Sneaky running down the straight. And there is still spray being kicked up, but that dry is drying remarkably quickly. So about 5-6 minutes, as I said, I think, for DRS enabled here. I think he's going to come in the pits.
On the side there, you can see.
Oh, you can
see on the racetrack and the pit entry, you can see the differences there, where there's still a bit of dampness in pit lane. But on the racetrack, it seems to be getting very dry now. So.
Lyronix venturing out, DRS enabled, there we go. So pretty much as bang on what I said there. Lyronix on a set of supers first out.
Yeah, as soon as the DRS is enabled, that's on it. I don't know whether that will help Lyronix or not.
I don't think it will. It'll take a good couple of laps.
Yeah, if you're going out straight away, I think you want to be going out straight away on the ultra softs. You're going to struggle to get them supers up the temperature on the damn track for a few laps, so I think he might be under pressure here. There was the question asking, do we think Lyronix is, like me asking, do we think Lyronix is posed under threat? I think possibly so here now with the third section he's now. If Sean or Dave go in and put on a set of ultra softs, I can see them easily out qualifying Lyronix.
You turn 1 and 2. Lyronix currently 5.5 tenths ahead of Sean.
Plaster's on an outlap there as well on the medium cars and looking struggling.
That's on the hypers.
Oh, sorry, hypers, yeah. So
yeah, hypersoft.
Plaster's struggling there on the hypers. It's
Kieran as well on the hypers, and Fate as well on the set of ultras. Is the current.
Yeah, so you're looking at the hyper should be the best tyre because they obviously they're the best tyre for the qualifying tyre, and a bit of damn track should help drivers not overheating. But at firstly, the harder you go on the tyre, the more you would struggle to get the heat into the tyre. So
yeah,
it's going to be an interesting choices here, and how damp that track is actually staying on track. We don't get the full view of it as well on the test. So.
Oh, Lyronix is backed off this lap.
Recon there in the chat saying nice stream again, lads. Hope Dave will do a good result, but this is not his greatest track, so some Dutch support there for the Dutchman Dave. Nice to see all fellow nationals getting involved, supporting their compatriots.
Yeah.
A lot of World Cups going on at the moment in sport, so.
Keep running down the straight. Edging over to the right hand side here. I thought he was going to try and. Oh, he's diving it into bits.
He's going into the pits, so obviously Kieran thinks a different set of tyres is needed.
Probably ultras, I would imagine, from him.
Probably ultras. There could be another set of hypers, maybe even. But,
faster through the final corner.
The best track conditions you're going to get is if you're last over the line on it.
Yeah. Faster across the line, goes at fastest, 15.3, to be expected.
That's still a very slow lap on a hypersoft set. I know it's
still not. It's still not fully drive the track.
I still would expect the hypers to be getting sort of a 112 at the minute. We would expect, say, maybe, as I say, last runs might hit.
Oh, there we go. He's 9/10 up in the first sector already.
Yeah, so that goes to show.
There's only a couple of people out on track, actually.
That track is rapidly driving.
It is.
Pulling in the sector or sector per sector.
Last across the line will probably get pole position.
Going across the line here, starting a lap as well on the ultra softs.
Past 1.4 seconds up he is.
On the ultras as well.
Just watching on board with him. He's running down the straight again. I say he's 1.4 seconds up, so it should be improving again here. It should be theoretical 13.9. We've got a yellow flag sector 2.
I'll just have a look through and see if we can see who that is.
Somebody going slow.
I think it was
Jeffrey may be going slow. Jeffrey may be going slow on that lap.
Yeah, Myers was going slow on that lap there as well. He's just approached us there.
Plaster invalidates. Validated that lap there. Must have been at the World of Champions. Chicane where he messed that up. See ya if anybody else. Oh, Sean's improving 4.1 seconds. Nice entry, nice exit. This is a much more competitive lap here by Sean. This is what you want to be setting in 11.6. There you go.
He's gone pole. That's an excellent lap, and you should see.
Great lap.
Maybe that's, as I said, drop into the 110s before the end of the.
Fate's coming across the line. 12.4 on the same set of tyres, but a lap older. For Fate with a 12.4 going 8/10, just under off Sean at this stage. Anybody else on the lap? Mighty, final corner. The German. In the Ferrari. Oh!
He makes a lot of contact with the Wall of Champions on that one.
Goodness me, I thought he was trying to kill the cameraman there. Goodness me.
He validated that time as well, hitting that wall so hard. It's not only corner cutting that invalidates your time, hitting walls actually does invalidate your time as well. So.
Got George just about to go on a lap as well. Mays is coming down the straight on a set of ultras. He is on a lap at this stage.
Mays is on a lap, yeah. We've seen him starting his lap. So
final corner. This is looking good. This could be beating Sean.
A very good lap.
Mays coming across the line. Oh, just shy.
Boy, 10 to the second. Well, I'm not too sure if Mays will have time now to get back around for the cool-down lap, so maybe that's
yeah, Sean, there we go, 10.5.
10.5, so as I said, this
Jeffrey coming across the line, could go better than Fate here. He does, goes third. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of changes in the order. Fate's just responded there with an 11.6, so goes second again. Lyronix is on a lap, just coming down the straight.
Yeah. He's coming towards the final chicane now, so what can Lyronix
This is looking good.
He was posted on the wet tires, so what can he do on the dries?
Really quick line. This could be a 109.
Lloyd Eagles a 109 ahead of him.
Oh, what a lap!
A 109.5. So you've got 2 times entry into the 109. So again, anyone out here, Mr. Sneaky on the out lap, just coming towards the end of his run, or anyone getting on.
See how George is getting on?
Right now will have the best conditions.
George at the final corner, going to go ahead of Plaster here. Might be invalidated. It goes 7th. And that shouldn't have counted him across the line there, because he had still 2 seconds to go.
2 seconds there, yeah. Counted him across. I counted him flagged it very early there. Checker flag, Mr. Sneaky there.
No, I think he's still going round actually. Very strange.
About 6 seconds before the end of qualifying, I come up with the checker flag to Mr. Sneaky, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Unless he
Fed goes third.
possibly cut the last chicane and got it this and next lap and validated, which may
possibly, yeah. 1% of EOS. Oh! Running out of EOS. Lighty coming through the final corner of the World Champion chicane. He's 2.5 tenths up. Can he go quicker than Lyronix? No, it's invalidated.
Whoa.
Invalidated, but he improves. Anyways, what a lap that is!
108.666. That is an excellent lap by Lyronix. So right at the end, I said
wow.
Whoever could get over that line last before the timer countdown will get the best track conditions. And Lyronix just put into excellent use there.
It's a shame promotions can't happen in a full race season because Lyronix is just showing everyone up in lap qualifying. 108.6, that is a special lap, really great. Verstappen improved to second actually, 5.5 tenths off.
So
great lap.
The qualifying results for you are Lyronix in first, Verstappen gets second, Lloydie in third. Fight Benfica gets fourth, Sean takes fifth, Kieran in sixth, Mays in seventh, Jeffrey 8th, George in 9th, Plaster in 10th, Dave in 11th, and Mr. Sneaky in 12th. And the one person, unfortunately, I don't like saying this, is a good friend of mine, but the one person who took most out of that qualifying session has to be Mr. Plaster in 10th place in the Hypersofts. He would have been looking to be pushed down to 11th to get the free tyre choice. Everyone's starting ahead of him on a harder tyre as well, so he's the only one starting on the Hypersoft from inside the top 10 as well. So.
Oh, beautiful weather. Look at that. So it's not the same as what it is out in real life in the UK at the minute, but hey, we've got to make use of the sun when we can get used to it.
Yeah, qualifying more matches realistic weather at the moment.
Lyronix in the comments saying, "What a sexy lap."
That was a very nice lap, Lyronix.
Sexy lap indeed. Really great lap. Not showing everyone up totally because Verstappen, obviously our newcomer, in second and starting on the front row with him. Put your predictions down on the top 3 to the 2 viewers that are apparently watching us at this stage. I think. Oh no, we've got 7 people watching. So, yeah, that's just my iPad not updating there with correct information. Thank you for tuning in to everyone that is watching though, and that is a camera angle full of trees. There we go, we're underway. So Lyronix starts off on the formation lap. 35 laps, of course, the traditional 50% in TTG F2. And of course, Thursday's racing for TTG F1 will be the same 18-minute qualifying and 50% racing. And that is with line only, if I recall.
Yeah, it's with line only.
Fantastic. Right, let's just have a look.
Excellent racing last Thursday, so if you missed out, don't forget to go back and check out some very good racing. Yeah. And congratulations to Lambo who took victory.
And now, formation lap beginning. My top 3 have to go for Lyronix. I'm not being biased at all here, but Lyronix, just the pure pace difference, I think, between him and a couple of the guys behind him. Just going to tell in the opening couple of laps. He's on a set of ultras. He can get at least, what, 12 to 14 laps out of those, I would imagine, before he pits for the first time. I think he's nailed on for the win.
I think Lyronix is in a strong position. Verstappen, Lloyd, 2 very quick drivers, both inconsistent drivers, both liable to make a mistake, and they'll admit that themselves, that could cause them damage or something. So Faith and Sean and Kieran Mayes sort of that far behind will be looking to keep everything nice and clean in case that one of the guys ahead do make a mistake, so they're in a position to capitalise. But I would say maybe my top 3, I would say Lyronix, Lloydie and Sean maybe was my top 3 for this one. I'm
going to go totally wild and wacky. Lyronix, Fate, Plaster. There you go. That's a wild and wacky one.
That is.
But indeed. 5 red lights are about to go out here in Canada. We've got to wait for the proverbial revving engines. 5 red lights then are about to go out here in Canada, and it's lights down the way. We've got very slow stop by Verstappen. He's going to get jumped quite a lot. Oh my God almighty! Oh my God!
Out of the race, and there's a Mr. Sneaky out, and there's another Force India back there called Plaster. I think it might have been.
And do you know what? That's all down to lag, that was.
As Fight Benfica pulls over behind in the Renault as well, so
That's like E3 might have had an illegal overtake there, but Lyronix is away and clear early on. What a dramatic start that is.
Look at that, Sean, Kieran and Mays. Straight as I said to you, they would have been sitting waiting, looking to capitalise on a mistake. It happened instantly, and look at where the three of them are, straight up into second, third and fourth.
George as well. George as well, going from 9th. Jeffrey just got in the corner, just in behind. Here comes Dave, running his outside possibly. Lighty has got past Faith further down the field. Dave trying to go around the outside of the hairpin. Very brave stuff if he wants to think it. Oh, George nearly went on the wall.
The outside and gets a milk going on Lloyd.
Side by side. Just about. It's still side by side actually. He's not got it done totally. He has not got this done totally. It's going to be Jeffrey down the inside here, but he will back off and get him done. Dave around the outside, great move. Lyronix fastest lap, of course. Plaster.
Quarter back on fight. Lloyd goes into the pit, so obviously Lloyd picked up damage in that early.
Yep. Oh, Jeffrey down the inside on Plaster. Oh. Has he just gone? Yeah, he's just got George there, hasn't he, Dave? The fifth.
Or Dave, sorry, has got George, just got George ahead.
Yeah, Plaster got Jeffrey in the meantime as well. Out in front, 1.2 seconds, Lyronix. Leading from Sean in second. Verstappen's first race here in TTG F2. What a start, because honestly, that was down to I saw a bit of a lag spike when it just started, so I think that's what it could be adjudged down to. I've got it on the stream, so it is clear as day.
Yes, hopefully it was, and it was nothing untoward, but I'm sure if we'll hear about it in the stewards if it was.
Oh yeah.
Later on this evening, if not.
Plaster. On the outside of George! At the hairpin, great move!
That's a lovely move. That is,
wow.
It is. Look at Jeffrey here, who was trying to follow Plaster through, and he's just tucked in behind George now. Is he going to try and have a milk down the straight?
Don't think he will. He hasn't got DRS. He could, you know.
Look out the outside. He is. He's on the outside.
Late on the brakes. George though hanging around the outside. Good defensive driving.
George defends that nicely.
Great defensive driving.
Yeah. And Plaster is just getting to stretch his legs here a little bit now with these two.
Jeffrey's on the inside of George. Oh, got him!
That's a nice move. That's a nice move by Jeffrey.
Yeah, George saw him coming there.
George now needs to watch out with Benfica behind now. He's going to try and close in quick enough as well.
Maid's right on the back of Kieran.
Maid's on the back of Kieran yet, and literally light on the back of Kieran as we come through turns 5 and 6 you can. DRS not open, or it is actually open this time around, so you can see the back wing of Maid's DRS open there. Just closes nicely up the Kieran. That DRS is more not really an overtake for an overtaking DRS. The whole point of that DRS is to keep the cars close enough to be able to use the DRS on the main straight to overtake.
Which was what we'll probably see here.
Into the hairpin, a little lock up there by Kieran on the hairpin. And can Mays get the drive now on the DRS run on him down towards the chicane?
Oh, Kieran got a better drive than him there.
Yeah, he did. He pulled out of the
corner. Goes in speed. He's not going to go for here.
He's not far enough.
Got to be within about 2.5 tenths there to get a move done.
Yeah, same again.
Oh, Fate down the inside on George, actually further down the field. Fate has got George for 8th place, that is. Nice move down the inside.
Is George going to have a look back into turn 1?
No way. Yeah, he's not close enough. Oh, he is, you know. Ooh. Goodness me. But 3-way battle developing third. Kieran, Mays and Dave really gaining some speed here.
As the guys ahead battle and lose a little bit of time, Dave will continue to close in. And Kieran's a new one to this battle. We've seen Mays and Dave battle on track through TTL F2 before, but Kieran's never been in that mix, so it's going to be interesting having another driver in the mix with these two that are used to battling. They'll know what each other's going to do, Mays and Dave. But Kieran is the unknown entity for both of these drivers, so.
Oh. Cut on board with Dave and it shows me a wheel. Brilliant. But Mays running down the straight. He's 3 tenths now. This should be close enough, I think, for a move. Again, he's edging close enough. That straight is running out. He is going to think about it down the inside this time. Kieran seems to have come in. Nice move.
That's a nice move by Mays. And Mays has to
Kieran gets a better run though. Kieran's coming back at him.
And Dave has DRS on Kieran in the background as well, so.
Stays they are going through turns 1 and 2.
There without DRS. That's another place you want to be, in between two cars when they both have DRS and you don't.
Sean, 3-second time penalty. Yeah.
Lyronix. Be careful with them, they will come back to bite you, and Canada is a very high penalty track.
Yeah, Lyronix is getting away, by the way, now out in front. 2.9 seconds, but he's not getting away at the rate that I wouldn't have been imagining him. Maybe he's just holding back his tyres a little bit.
He hasn't pulled out away at the rate he did last week.
Definitely not. Jeffrey on the back of Plaster.
Oh, that's it off of Dave. Dave M is off into the wall. Just caught onto that at the right time.
Did it spin on? Oh, he must go caught on the curb.
He caught the curb on the inside of turn 7. The turn 7 and 8 chicane. He caught the curb on the inside of turn 7 and it just pitched his car around into the wall. Not a lot Dave could do about that there, unfortunately. That's just a lucky error. That's the end of Dave's race for tonight, so...
That's a shame. Shame, he would have been looking quite strong.
Kieran and Myers now. As Jeffrey is on the back of Plaster as well, for behind them for 5th and 6th.
Could be close enough for moving into turns 1 and 2 if he gets to the wall. No, he's nearly in the wall. Ooh.
Jeffrey's contacted the wall of champions very heavily there, and has that caused him any damage?
No damage. No, I was on board with that.
I think he's luckily just got away with that. You don't want to hit that wall that hard.
He met it.
Times,
he met the wall at an angle where the car actually rubbed against the tyres of the car rubbed against the wall. He's just picked up a 3-second time penalty there as well. So, no damage there for Jeffrey. Thank goodness for that. He's right on the back of him. Oh, Face just making a mistake there.
Just dropping out of DRS range now.
Face just made a very bad mistake, running slightly wide, similar to what Vettel did in 2011 when Button got the lead of the rest on the final lap. Who's at fault for that? Says Verstappen. I thought it was down to lag. I got a bit of a lag spike at the start, so maybe it's down to that. Maybe it's down to possibly Lighty turning in on someone and sandwiching. I'm not sure. Send it into the stewards though.
Off the track. I was watching the back of the field, so while you were watching the front of the field,
yeah.
I was only seeing it as the backfield cars can pass it. So
Jeffrey trying to go for a move on Plasto. Doesn't get a really good run out the final corner. It's now Jeffrey's to lose. I think going down into turn 1. He's going to nick it to the inside. Got him!
Gives him plenty of space, yeah. Plaster gave him very fair there, gave him plenty of space. Not fighting too hard. No,
moves up to 5th.
Any sort of fight for there will put his own race. Fate's now in the background as well, trying to close in on these guys. He's catching himself. Oh, Plaster hits the wall and gets a bit happy there. And so was Fate in the background.
What a recovery!
Fate may have damage. I think Plaster got away with damage. I think Fate may have got damage.
No, Fate